Karting is and will always be the essential first step for any racing driver's career. For others, it might just be a hobby or a fun activity to do with friends. No matter the category you belong to, karting deserved a place to be simulated at. There's a variety of games focusing specifically on karts, but today I'll be covering up the kart side of rFactor 2, which a few days ago decided to release a further update on the KartSim DLC, costing €15, offering 2 new karts, more specifically a sifter kart and a mini go-kart for the younger audience, and 4 new tracks, 2 of which are European and the other 2 British tracks. Nowadays, you can't buy the original DLC of 3 British tracks and 3 cards, but you can buy the full pack, which is called KartSim Esports Pack, for €40. Very pricey it may seem, but it actually gives you loads of content, including overly Let's Recap, 10 tracks and 4 card models. Well, is it worth it? We're gonna learn today. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy sim racing videos and more specifically rFactor 2 videos, then I would suggest you subscribe to the channel and ring that bell to not miss any future videos like this one. Today what I'm gonna do is 4 5-minute races around the 4 new tracks, driving 3 of the 4 overly kart models. Starting off with Wilton Mill driving the sifter kart, so yeah, let's get into this race, boys. So here we are driving our first car. We're driving the sifter kart, obviously, around Wilton Mill, and I want to give some general information firstly, some very valuable information about this DLC. Is that it's actually a collaboration with KartSim, a company that builds high quality simulators, as I completely lose the back end there, probably made contact with someone else. That pretty much build high quality simulators, driver coaching, world class simulation. They provide all of that for the karting industry, and it has been collaborating with rFactor 2 since 2017, and since then they've been slowly adding more stuff into this DLC. As for the tracks, which we're currently driving in Wilton Mill, is that something else that pretty much adds up to the quality of the DLC is that the tracks are built using LiDAR data, ensuring a very high level of accuracy to the real circuits. Now you might be wondering, what is LiDAR technology, why didn't they use laser scan technology? Well, things are not that simple actually, and the differences of the two technologies are very detailed, and from my little research, correct me if I'm wrong obviously, LiDAR is used for smaller distances and simpler objects, while using a laser technology as well. They pretty much, LiDAR is using laser as well, but not the same way that the laser scan technology does. But would the trucks be better with laser scan technology? Despite being a huge fan of the laser scan tracks, I think the LiDAR technology has worked perfectly for these car tracks. They're very detailed and different to each other, while being able to show the driver what's right and what's wrong, let's just say, on the track. So currently we're literally on a fight, and we've been having an awesome race with these cards, and I really want to say that the sifter cards are probably my favorite from this DLC. There's a whole kind of different aspect of adrenaline into them. They're so much faster, so much more vulnerable into turning and everything. You can see I'm fighting there with a wheel. I've never driven a sifter kart in my entire life. I've driven a go-kart, but I've never driven a sifter kart, and it's just, oh god, I've completely messed up there with that curb. It's one of my dreams to drive a sifter kart at some point in my life. There's the whole kind of different experience that we go for the dive up the inside there. We're having a very nice race around Wilton Mill, obviously. Loads of fun. I think the guy, yeah, he's still on my inside there. Not a lot of time remaining there. Completely losing the back end, but saving it right at the end. Obviously, the AI is a little bit unpredictable. It's not like in car races where everyone is sort of predictable. As we go up the inside. Oh, we made very, very bad contact there. That is just not acceptable there. But either way, I wanted to tell you as well that I'm going to leave a link in the description for the KartSim website, and also the LiDAR versus laser scan technology link, where they pretty much say detailed differences between the two technologies if anyone is interested. But we go for that move up the inside, and also up the inside of the guy on second position. That is a double move completed. I think the guy is still going to be on my inside though. Is he still there? No, he's not. We've completed that move. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, I'm absolutely loving what I'm doing at this moment. Despite almost being on the verge of losing it out, losing everything. It's absolutely insane how well this cards handle actually. Very close to real life, I have to say. But I'm gonna be talking about the Commodores as we completely make a mistake there on the verge. I was literally on the verge of getting that victory. I was looking into that guy in first position like, oh god, the card is destroyed, I can't drive it. That is game over for this race, but it's been very fun. We fought for the victory till the very end. Obviously made a huge mistake, but that's how it goes. I always tend to do that also in real life. Overpush the card and just make a mistake at the end of the day. Now, moving into the next race, the next 5-minute race. It's actually a European track called Wackersdorf, if I pronounce it correctly. And we're driving the Junior 60cc cards, which are non-sifter obviously, and they are slower than the non-sifter 120cc if I'm not mistaken, if they're 120cc. But either way, there are cards that the younger, pretty much kids drive to get into racing, and let's see what kind of racing they can provide. Let's also check out this track. It's the first European track I'm trying out. I've only owned the 3 British tracks until now, and now I've upgraded into this with these new 4 tracks. Something else I wanted to say this time about the cards is that KartSim have developed these sort of models using real-life telemetry data, engine dyno data, and tire specification data. Hence, rFactor 2 was probably the best possible game to apply most of this technology as we make our first ever move on these cards. Very, very different in comparison to the sifter cards. They're much slower, which needs a lot of applying from yourself into driving them. They're completely different, and not only that, they're completely different in terms of racing. Obviously the overtakes are going to be much harder with these cards, because when you brake into a corner, when you're trying to make a move, these cards are not going to be able to regain the speed that you're going to lose after the overtake. So because of the less power that they have, and it's a common sense, I'm more used into driving these cards. That's why I'm driving it a little bit better than the sifter one. But obviously the sifter one was much more enjoyable. But for an entry level card, this is absolutely great. Great physics yet again, great feeling, and a much easier card to get used to into driving pretty much. So what I was saying is that also the cards have been tested by numerous professional car drivers, and the telemetry data from the virtual card has been cross-referenced to the telemetry data for the real card's counterpart to ensure the highest possible level of accuracy. And to be fair with them, you can understand how much work has been put into making these cards feel like real life cards. Having driven cards in my life, and having driven, I think I've driven such a card, a 60cc, I think I've driven actually a 120cc, not sure, but they're very similar in terms of the handling, and I can tell you that this is how they handle. This is exactly how the cards handle in real life. Obviously, you lose a lot of speed mid corner if you brake too much. The main key about these cards is sliding, but not maintaining a very nice average speed. So that's pretty much the trick about this card. So we're trying to complete there another move, as this race is coming to its end, probably around a minute or so. Yeah, 1 minute remaining, and I can guarantee you that they've probably done the best they could, and they're not far off from real life. Yeah, this literally. It really reminds me of the day I drove a racing card. Obviously, I haven't even touched the setup on rFactor 2 since I have no real knowledge, but I think since they've got real telemetry data implemented in this, a few changes in the setup could be what makes the feeling absolutely perfect and no different than real life. As we're in the last couple of corners, obviously this is the final lap. Last couple of corners, we're probably not going to be able to fight for the victory despite our very good pace, but we're going to be very close in that guy on second position with a very good exit through there. We could snitch it with a good exit up the inside of the final corner. This is almost flat out. He is going to run completely wide and across the finish line. We're just about going to clean second position here in Wackersdorf. What a great race yet again. As you can see, karting, as expected, is loads of fun, and yeah, there's nothing really better than just go out with a few of your friends and just have fun, just karting around. Oh god, this guy just broke way too early. Either way, third race now, and we're driving around a British track again. This is called Larkhall. I'm not really sure about the pronunciations, I'm very sorry, but this is, I think, a 120cc card. This is the medium speed cards, non-sifter again. They're literally one category below the sifter cards. Another guy just braking very early. I don't know what the rFactor 2 AI is doing at the moment, but we're just gonna gain these positions. But this is the kind of car that I've driven in real life. A go-kart, a racing kart. A lot of speed in these, very, very easy to slide and and easier to actually regain the speed that you lose mid-corner, which makes them easier to drive than the junior CC cards, because the junior cards, they might seem slower, but they've got a lot of like tricks into them in order to perfect the driving around them. Same applies to them, but overall they are, if you actually get used into the junior cards, then this is gonna seem like a treat for you, pretty much. It's just gonna seem more fun, faster. Whereas the sifter cards, they're also completely a different story than this ones, because you have to sift, you have to learn how to accelerate, they're much more vulnerable with the speed and how you lose the back end, which is keep on making contact with the AI. They're braking very early for some weird reason, despite being actually at a very decent pace overall throughout the entirety of the track, but on the braking zones they seem to be losing it quite a bit there. But obviously this is which one is my favorite track so far? Actually, I really want to see which one is my favorite track. I think I don't know, honestly, all the tracks are amazing. This probably the update package is actually very worth it as we complete a move, because you literally get 2 new kart models, which is a sifter one and a very slow one. 2 cards that can really provide you with a very good racing. You don't actually get the card that I'm driving right now with the update pack. This is included in a different package, which there's actually packages with 4 cards, there's packages with all the British tracks, there's packages with all the European tracks. You can actually combine anything you want, but there's also the huge package, the esports package, which costs just €40. Depends on what you want. There's absolutely everything. You can combine everything with everything, so sort of like you don't need to spend €40. You can do whatever you want, pretty much. But the esports pack is called like that because, oh god, we literally touched that little bit his back end there, and we completely lose it as well. I have no idea if I probably, I'm just gonna say it out there, I would have not made that save in real life. I would have probably just be outside of the car there, just laying on the track, being like, I've just fucked up. But yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, you can do any combinations you want, and the reason the esports pack is called esports pack is because of future esports championships that KartSim is gonna hold on rFactor 2. It's gonna hold on rFactor 2, and they're gonna be using obviously all the tracks and all the cards. So that's why it's called the esports pack. So if you're interested in competing in esports, then do that. Otherwise, you can buy like step-to-step track cards and just have fun gradually. We couldn't make that move stick on the yellow card, but what a complete race. Yeah, I'm just gonna call them complete races. Fights, adrenaline, everything is up to par with this DLC. I'm just having fun, to be honest. Haven't had such fun in a while. Obviously, I had loads of fun driving the DTM around Monza, but I think this is really making me like hopeful of, you know, driving again go-karts with my friends, just having fun. Either way, final race now, closing it with a European track which is called Zuera, and this track is probably my favorite one. It actually doesn't provide a lot of overtaking opportunities, which sounds weird because why is that your favorite track? Well, it really reminds me of a track that you would see in Greece. The scenery and the whole like elevation changes and how the corners are applied into each other, the whole flow of the circuit really reminds me of something that you would see in Greece. And I love Greek tracks, obviously. Greek car tracks are absolutely insane, and that's why I really like this circuit. As you can see, very nice flow, obviously not allowing for a lot of moves, but the flow of the track is great. And for anyone who hasn't understood, as you can see from the top speed I'm driving, the sifter cards, 130 kilometers, you can probably go faster, I guarantee you that. But the sifter cards, I've come back to them because they probably provide with the best racing. There's a different level of freedom with these cards because of the sifts pretty much you have to do, which allow you to probably get different lines, be earlier on the throttle, be later on the brakes. There's a whole lot of different level of freedom with these cards that probably improves racing. As you can see, obviously I'm still stuck behind that guy, but that's purely because of the circuit. We're going up the inside there. We're going to be completing the move. I think he's still on the outside. Now on the inside, is he there? Still leaving space. He's not there probably. As we complete that move, And now in front of us, we've got another guy around the outside. Now we're going to try and go into the final corners, trying to go for the switchback. And that's what I mean with these cards. You have the freedom to try like switchback moves and all that. I don't know if it's like that in real life, obviously. I've never driven a sifter card. I would love to, so hopefully it's going to happen eventually at some point in my life. Flat out through the first corner. Oh, very late into the brakes. That was a mistake by me. Thank God the guy behind couldn't actually regain his position there. But we're still in the fight now. Touching a little bit of grass here and there. Just for good luck, you know. Oh, he goes for the move up the inside there. In front of me. Seeing a fight just going on. And we might take advantage of that as well. He's really lost his momentum. He goes back up the inside there into the card in front. This fight is not over. 3 cards fighting each other. Actually, this track can actually provide with good racing, apparently. Even in between the AI. And now this could be a good chance for me to go up the inside. I think we're far off there. We're still side by side. Around the penultimate corner. Sliding a bit too much. Losing way too much speed there. Obviously not driving these cards up to the standards. But we're still having loads of fun just fighting each other. As we've got, I think, 2 more minutes to go. Obviously, I love the elevation change around this track and the bumps. It's a very, very bumpy track. Not way too bumpy, but it is bumpier than the other ones we've had. But remember, there's 5 more tracks you can actually, or 6 more tracks you can do. You can try on this game. 3 of them being British and 3 of them being European. Either way, we're only trying the new ones around here, and the 3 of the 4 card models. There's also a rental card model that you can try, but I thought it wouldn't really be that interesting. Oh god, he's just brake checking me there. I thought the rental card model wouldn't be so interesting for the video in terms of racing, so I decided to drive only the racing cards. Even though most of you drive rental cards. As we go up the inside, this could be a move completed there. Is it? Oh, he's still on the inside. Yeah, look at that. What an amazing fight. He's still there. He's actually staying in position. He's on the inside now, going around. That's how we make some slight contact. Oh my god, what a crazy fight this is. He's still in front of me. This guy is crazy, man. The AI is absolutely amazing. If they didn't brake check me, they would be absolutely perfect. But so far so good. Obviously, I haven't got damage on for me, so that's why we're still doing fairly fine. As we up the inside this time around, I'm gonna try and complete the move. Is he still there? No more. No more. This is done. What a fight. It really took us a while there. As we go up the inside of this guy as well. Is that a double move completed? Oh, come on, man. We made some contact there. That would have happened. Oh, God. And there goes his front, his front end there. But I think that's a good way to end this. Obviously, we were on the final minutes and the accident just happened. You can see from the replay that it was not my mistake. He tried to stay on the inside line and he just had nowhere to go. Obviously, he headed to brake, but fortunately, he just went straight into me. But I was the lost one from this case. He just ran away and continued his race, whereas I spun out and that was the end of my race. But either way, what a great race. 4 great races around 4 great tracks. All this comes in the price of €15, apart from the 120cc track. So with the update pack, you get 4 new tracks, the ones that we sold off here, and you get the junior 60cc card and the sifter card. So for me, this package itself is enough to have fun, and I've proved this to you in this video. Obviously, if you want even more, or you're interested in esports, then just straight up go for the esports package on €40. Otherwise, if you just want to just have fun and continue adding up to this, then you can get the European pack, which I don't even own. I'm planning to own it very, very soon and probably make a video around European tracks. If you really want it, just tell me down in the comments below. And you can also buy the card package, which includes the 120cc track and the rental card. So is it worth it? I don't know. You just choose. But I've literally sold you a pack that costs €15 and gives you that kind of enjoyment. But either way, that was it for today, guys. If you enjoyed, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that bell to get notifications for any new videos. For any extra information, make sure you check the description for the links that I've put down in the description. yeah, great fun on rFactor 2 again. Great fun with karting. I really want to go back into karting in real life. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave the video and go kart in the nearest track from my house. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.